The Peacock and the Shakespeare, it's a concept that's basically arrived from the building itself. The building was the former alumni house for the Williams College. There's a lot of history in the building, there's a lot of vibe, there's a lot of natural soul. The concept just came to me right walking through the front door, which was complementing American history with British tradition. We needed to sort of make that work within the concept, within the space, and the space is a meandering space of many different rooms with different feelings, with different souls. The idea was to not be obnoxious about it, but the idea was to get the best representation. So you've got the food, things like the china is Wedgwood, Royal Dalton. You have above me right here, you have a chandelier which is from Waterford Crystal. You have all the paints and paper is hand printed from a company called Farron Board. And then the artwork is a very good friend of mine, Bradley Wood. In the library we have there's four of his paintings which are owned by him, they're for sale if people want to buy them. And then downstairs we have a pub called the Shakespeare. And the Shakespeare pub is literally the step on from Joneswood Foundry. So there's so many elements in this place that, you know, there's lots and lots for me to learn, there's lots for me to develop, explore. Any one of those facets could be a concept within itself down the road.
I think British food has been poorly misguided and people just don't really understand what it's about, and I think it's kind of gotten a bad rap over the years. I think people still look as British food being very stodgy, very heavy, a lot of fried food. Things have changed so much in the UK. When I was working back in London, some years ago now, probably about 4 years, there are just so many more specialty suppliers and, you know, things that are very available locally on your doorstep. So I think people still have that pretension of British food not being, you know, very varied, very fresh, which nowadays, I mean, I think it's just totally changed. Right now I'm going to be making chicken liver foie gras parfait. The parfait we just make with a reduction of shallot, pork, brandy and Madeira with some garlic and thyme. And we add equal parts of foie gras and chicken livers. We serve that with brioche, and then we also have is grape chutney, which we make in-house. It goes very well with the parfait. It's one of my favorite dishes we have here. It's a really rich, velvety, smooth mousse. I mean, I want to give a nice presentation. I'm not about putting 20 things on the plate. You know, really it's just a matter of a few ingredients, and then, you know, let the ingredients speak for themselves, really.
The chef and I have been friends for quite some time before. The food itself is super important because Rob's proven it in Philadelphia, I've proven it already in New York City. Food from Britain is good, or British-inspired food is good. There's so many influences in British food that people really don't appreciate. But that's our job to sort of tap into that and let people see where our culture comes from.
Other dish we're going to do today is the burger. It's a blend I did with Pat LaFrida. It's the same one I used down in Philly at the Dandelion. The different cuts of beef I have in here is it's an aged New York strip, short rib, chuck, and hanger. And then we have what I call a Churchill sauce. It's basically a mayonnaise-based sauce, and then there's a little bit of brandy, touch of Tabasco, Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of garlic. And then with the aged New York strip in there, it really brings out that aged flavor. It's not overpowering. And there you go, one burger.
This whole concept is like many different concepts all under one roof, and giving us the ability to showcase the best of British and things that really I think are special historically speaking in British culture. For me, it's about customers really enjoying themselves when they come here. I don't want to create a food temple. It's very relaxed, it's very laid back. You know, there's so many different elements going on here and so many different ways to use the space, but the general overriding thing is I just want people to be having fun here.